Welcome back, everyone. This is the Manage Stress meeting of Prevent T2, the CDC's Lifestyle Change Program. Today we're going to talk about how to manage stress. Before we begin, look at your action plan from the previous session. What went well and what didn't go so well. Managing stress can help you prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Today we will talk about some causes of stress, the link between stress and type 2 diabetes, some ways to reduce stress, and some healthy ways to cope with stress. You'll also get a chance to practice relaxing. Finally, you'll make a new action plan. We'll start by talking about some causes of stress. There are many things in our lives that can cause stress. Let's look at an example. Please turn to Barbara's story on pages 3 and 4 of this module's handouts. Barbara's story. Barbara is 45 years old. She feels pulled in all directions. Her children are still in high school. Her father has bad health problems. Plus, Barbara works full-time and is divorced. Barbara's doctor tells her she's at risk for type 2 diabetes. He urges her to lose weight by eating well and getting active. Barbara sighs. To her, taking care of herself is just one more thing to do. Causes of stress include conflict with other people, health problems, money problems, new job or baby, not enough time, too many duties, unhappy with job, vacation, or wedding. You can see even some of the exciting things that happen to us can cause stress. We've talked about some causes of stress. Now let's look at the link between stress and type 2 diabetes. Feeling stress can 1. Change your body chemistry in a way that makes you more likely to get type 2 diabetes, and 2. Cause you to act in unhealthy ways. As we said, stress can cause you to act in unhealthy ways. Let's go back to Barbara's story. When you feel stressed, you may feel angry, annoyed, anxious, confused, impatient, sad, or worried. You may also have aching head, back, or neck, racing heartbeat, tight muscles, or upset stomach. To make herself feel better, after her doctor visit, Barbara goes home and eats a lot of ice cream. When you feel stressed, you may drink too much alcohol, forget things, put things off that you need to do, rush around without getting much done, sleep too little, too much, or both, smoke, take too much medicine, or work too much. You may also make unhealthy choices about eating or drinking, slack off on fitness goals, spend too much time watching TV or videos, or using the computer. As you know, making unhealthy food choices, watching too much TV, and slacking off on fitness can raise your risk of type 2 diabetes. That's why it's so important to reduce and cope with stress. Unfortunately, there's no surefire way to prevent stress. You may lose your job, someone you love may get sick or even die, but there are ways to make your life less stressful. Let's go back to Barbara's story. Barbara has trouble saying no, so she ends up doing things she doesn't really want or need to do. For instance, when she goes shopping with her kids, they often beg her to buy things. Usually she caves in to their demands just to make them stop. This makes Barbara feel stressed. Barbara decides to get better at saying no. The next time she goes shopping with her kids, they beg her to buy ice cream. This time, she says no, and she holds firm. She's so proud of herself. How do you act when you feel stressed? Do you forget things, put off doing things, rush around without getting things done, drink too much, sleep too little or too much, smoke, work too much, make unhealthy choices about eating or drinking, slack off on fitness goals, spend too much time watching TV, videos, or using computer? because I know I sure do a lot of these things when I'm feeling stressed. Please look at ways to reduce stress on page 5 of this module's handouts. Some ways we can reduce stress in healthy ways include saying no, asking for help, being tidy, getting enough sleep, having fun, making a to-do list, setting small, doable goals, solving problems, and taking care of our body and mind. We've talked about how to make your life less stressful, but as we discussed, there's no sure way to prevent stress. So it's important to know how to cope. Please look at healthy ways to cope with stress on pages 6 and 7. Some healthy ways to cope with stress include counting to 20 in your head, taking 10, stretching, such as doing yoga, taking a breather, talking about your feelings, cutting back on caffeine, or imagining a scene that makes you feel peaceful. Please try this video found on YouTube called How to Do Progressive Muscle Relaxation. The video is 6.5 minutes long. Please look at your action plan journal. Spend the next few minutes making a new action plan. Keep in mind what worked and what didn't work well for you since our last session. Are there any changes that you would want to make? Also keep in mind what we discussed today about managing stress. Please look at ways to reduce stress on page 5 again. Between now and our next session, write how you will make your life less stressful. I'd also like you to practice saying no. Pick something each day that you don't want or need to do but would normally say yes to. Instead of saying yes, say no. We have come to the end of our meeting. Today we discussed how to manage stress. We talked about some causes of stress, the link between stress and type 2 diabetes, some ways to reduce stress, and some healthy ways to cope with stress. Next time, we'll talk about finding time for fitness.